Hello Aries, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie and this is your October monthly reading. Today we'll be doing the Celtic Cross spread, and at the end I'll pull an oracle card for the Aries collective. Do keep in mind these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and also your north node for additional context and texture. And in the description below, I have lots of links. I've talked about those before. Be sure to check those out and get connected with me. And today we're celebrating our lovely Libras. I have the Hello Kitty Lady Justice shirt on today. For the monthlies, we always celebrate whatever season we're in when I do the recording. So happy birthday to our Libras. I know we have some Scorpio, I believe, birthdays at the end of the month. So that's exciting as well. But let's see what's in store for Aries for October. Whew, okay, here we go. Aries, you're starting us off with the Nine of Cups. Looking pretty good, feeling maybe loved or lovable. The challenge that's crossing that right now is the Knight of Swords. There may be some sort of person that's working on your last nerves. Could be somebody pursuing you. You know, this person gives me a sense that they're kind of a loner, a little bit of a loner, and they're wanting love, but they also have this independence about them. So if any of you are looking for love, you're open to it and you're showing me that. It feels like you've kind of got yourself into that place. This other energy that's the challenge right now, I don't know if they're fully ready for a love connection, or they just seem like they're kind of a loner. That's what I'm getting, kind of a loner vibe. For others of you, this could be relating to business, perhaps, where you're looking to open up to some kind of person or project or plan, and it just doesn't seem to be connected yet. We'll have to see. This is going to be interesting to clarify. In your needed focus, you get the Eight of Cups. This is walking away and letting something go. It could be this other energy that seems to maybe not be fully interested right now in the direction you're going. So you may be kind of preparing yourself to walk away. It's really interesting because I think part of you wants to stay in that Nine of Cups energy. It feels a little bit better, but maybe it is time to turn away from whatever this is that you've been waiting on or waiting for, whomever this is. In the past energy, you're leaving behind the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this is a leaving behind of your comfort zone somehow, Aries. Like you're stepping now outside of your comfort zone, because in your future placement you have the Ten of Wands. This is I really actually kind of like this step from a 10 to a 10, going from the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, that's really taking a big risk, because the Ten of Pentacles is a place where you're super comfortable, and the Ten of Wands is it's more passionate, it's more action oriented, it's more active, but there's a lot more risk involved in that. So you might be making a big move here. For some of you, if you are in a connection, you may be looking to end the connection. In your place of power and embodiment, you have the Empress, really beautiful, open, receptive energies. And actually, I'm also getting the sense that when you are in a state of relaxation, the times where you are most relaxed is the time that you're going to receive the most information. So very, very interesting here. Very, very interesting, these energies. All right, I can't wait to clarify this one. Excuse me. And this just came up as I looked at your allies and support here. You got the Tower. This isn't the first time the Tower has come into this position here during the course of these readings, which is really interesting. This particular Tower kind of has the feeling of like an aftermath kind of tower, where all the falling down and the crashing and burning has happened, and it's just kind of, I can almost imagine someone like walking through the ashes afterwards with just a few glowing embers here and there. So this could be a sense of you're feeling supported because you know the worst is behind you, perhaps, or the storm has passed. I know at the time of this reading, there's some people having maybe gone through a hurricane in the United States, in Florida and Georgia. That could be something like a natural disaster type of situation. In your environment, you get the Nine of Swords, and this is a card of really feeling like mental exhaustion or feeling defeated mentally, or possibly overthinking yourself into a knot, into something quite tense. And it's an energy that makes you want to shut down and hide away. In your hopes and fears, you have the Knight of Pentacles. This is hoping that you have the right strategy moving forward, that the decisions and the choices that you're making are going to line up with the benefits of taking this Ten of Wands risk here. And then in your potential outcome, you have the Two of Swords. Someone else got this too. Another sign got this. I can't remember which one. But to me, this one it's about kind of that blind trust in the universe, but also a sense of like you protecting your heart in all this somehow. So really interesting the way you're starting off and the way you're moving through this. It feels like, to me, it feels like big energies, but you're in Aries, so, and you do carry a lot of big energy, big fire energy. So let's see what's going on. Maybe this seems bigger to me because for you, you're working with some more of the other elements, not as much the fire in this case. Let's look at this Nine of Cups. I just need two cards. Here we go. The Page of Cups and the Two of Cups. Yeah, I mean, this is you. It kind of feels like you preparing to allow love into your life. You want partnership. For some of you, this could be in business, but I am seeing romance and love here. You feel like you're in good shape as far as your own ability to love yourself. And now you're very curious. You're very curious and you're very opened up to partnership and getting together and having maybe even some commitment. Now let's look at this Knight of Swords, the challenge. Is this a past lover perhaps for some of you? Possibly somebody who was more of a loner and wouldn't commit, or it's just the energy. It could be the fear you have that someone would not want to commit to you. Commitment's definitely coming in here. So Aries, let's see what this is. This Knight of Swords. Usually the Knight of Swords is a very quick moving energy. I am not getting the vibe in this case. This person feels slower and indecisive. Ooh, the Hanged Man and the Nine of Cups. The more I look at this, Aries, the more I think this might be someone from your past that's come up in your current energies. Someone that might even come back around and revisit reaching out to you. They're definitely, like, I would call them a fence sitter. They kind of sit on the fence. I'm not convinced that this person is able to take the risky action that you're showing me, and even if that means opening their heart and fully committing, but I feel like they see you. And I feel like this, for some of you, this feels like the one that maybe got away. It feels like that, but at the same time, this person is not showing me. They're showing me they're working on themselves, but it feels like they have been for a long time, right? So are they making the necessary moves? Are they taking the necessary actions they need to take to step into the role of being a partner? I'm not yet seeing that. I'm not seeing that from this energy, and it's definitely raised a challenge for you. For some of you, if this is a past situation, it was, you know, something like this where the person could not commit. And so you both had to part ways and went your own ways and worked on your own selves here. There's sorrow involved for the other person, that's for sure. They seem kind of down in the dumps, kind of a loner, or somebody who would isolate themselves. The Eight of Cups here in your needed focus. So this is about, you've got that Nine of Cups energy, which is a beautiful, like, loving energy toward what you've built yourself. But the needed focus almost is asking you to take a step back, And make sure that you've cleared out this relationship. The more I look at this, the more it seems like it's someone you dealt with in the past, someone you dated in the past, someone you were even married to in the past, possibly. For the Eight of Cups, you get the Death card and the Four of Pentacles. And so definitely feeling that lack sense come in as you're opening your heart. So as we work to really open our heart, if there's remnants in the heart of past love lost or hurts, betrayals, something that just didn't quite work out, it might have left a little bit of an imprint here. I don't think this is something that's going to stop you. I don't think it's something that's going to slow you down to a dead stop. But I see the Death card here saying we need to transform this. This has been revealed as you're opening your heart, and it kind of feels just like it's a little bruise that needs healing. Doesn't feel like a major trauma anymore. It might have at the time. It doesn't feel like that anymore. But there's something more for you to let go here, and it's connected to lack. And I wonder if it was the lack of this person being able to fully commit and provide and step forward into a relationship with you. They just weren't able to do it. So it kind of feels like for some of you just had to kind of go it on your own. Now, this could be, again, you know, we'll always hold some space that this could have been a business partner, a trusted business partner, something like that. But I do sense the love and the transformation here in the heart space, especially. For the Ten of Pentacles, it's clarified by the 8 and 9 of Swords. Wow. Aries, for you, it just feels like, so let's say this was somebody you were in a connection with long term, whether married or not. This was something really hard for you to let go of. You thought about it for a really, really long time. You had a lot of thoughts that, you know, things might change. You had all those hopes, and then those were kind of extinguished, and then you're just really, there was confusion. There was just a lot of mental angst. Remember, we have the 9 of Swords in your current environment. So I'm just wondering if this hasn't come up to be healed, because you are opening your heart again. You are stepping out again. You are embracing the path of love once again. And so, you know, there's these hidden things, could be subconscious little things coming up, and now it's conscious because you're watching this reading here. So working with those energies, because what you're leaving behind and what the risk you're taking moving forward, these are quite different energies. And I feel like you moving forward, you're much more aligned with yourself, because it is the fire energy with the wands here. Okay. Whew. Let's see what the 10 of Wands has here. The Knight of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So we got a little more fire. I do think you're planning to, with the Knight of Cups, that's moving forward from the heart space, opening back up into love again. You want to do so with greater wisdom, greater foundation from which you will move forward. At times, you know, the 10 of Wands is depicted as a burden. I'm seeing you really work with that energy in the sense that you don't want to take the heavy baggage of the past with you, and you're really looking to let it go. And that's that 3 of Wands. That's that contemplation phase where you're really contemplating and transforming, you know, with what your needed focus is here as you open your heart. This is all happening simultaneously, and I think some of you need to know that as you work on letting this go, or whatever this little bruise is, and healing it up, like it's like putting salve on it and healing it up, whatever this is, you need to hear that your heart opening is not going to stop while you heal this, right? So I think some of you, I get the sense that you think, oh, I've got to stop opening my heart while I heal this no, it is okay for your heart to continue to open, because this Empress here in your power and embodiment is saying, I want to remain open. Yes, and you get the Devil and the Eight of Pentacles. This is hard work for you. It's almost like there's this little subconscious pattern of control that wants to stop you and say, oh, you're opening. Unsafe, you know, subconscious, right? Maybe connected to this past connection, but also to maybe some of your own belief systems or your own, what I would say, defense mechanisms set up by your subconscious mind to protect you. You know, the ego likes to protect us here, the subconscious, that all gets entangled. And I think there's some tendrils in there that you're going to be working on extracting. Now, the Devil also is connected to Capricorn energy. We've got Capricorn and Pluto. That's a really tough transit for Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn, right? So you may just be feeling the effects of that. That ends on November 17th, so a couple more months where your ability to stay open and receptive, it's going to be feeling like it's hard work. It's going to be feeling like it's hard work, but I see you doing it nonetheless. And for some reason, those times where you are the most relaxed, where you can get yourself in the most relaxed state, is where you will be able to make the most progress. So making sure that you have plenty of good self-care and relaxation built into your busy day, into your thoughts around everything here, because it will help with that. For the Tower and your allies and support, you get the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups. Yes, again, I feel like this is the aftermath of a tower that has already fallen. For me and for you, this really feels like a good energy where you feel like this is what I would call a good tower. Like there are certain thoughts and certain tendencies in relationships that had to break down so you could move forward. And you've got some beautiful Three of Cups energy coming in here. That's just a very loving collaboration. So I feel like you have support around you in this journey. And that as you are walking through what's left of what was devastated before and you're healing it up, there are people by your side. That could be both physical and from the spiritual realms as well. But with the Six of Wands, that's a very successful feeling card. Like, okay, like I'm still standing. I survived this and I feel victorious over this energy. I made it through the hardest parts. Let's look at your Nine of Swords here in your environment. The Hermit and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so, you know, the quickest way to overcome this Nine of Swords energy as you're healing this bruise on your heart and everything is to give yourself a little bit of that hermity time. And during that hermity time where you kind of, you know, you're going to stay home, you're going to have your pajamas, you're going to have your chocolate, you're going to have your popcorn, you're going to have whatever makes you feel good, your tea, whatever. And really have some focused time, even if it's only like, okay, I know some of you are busy, you have families, there's people all around, right? 10 minutes, 20 minutes of focused hermit time where you can really be with yourself is going to have the most impact. Right? And so maybe even taking a walk by yourself. That is going to bring the fastest clearing energies to you from this Nine of Swords. And the swords being the mental. That's going to relax the nervous system, right? It's going to help you relax the mental energies and all the, it feels like friction and it feels like static, mental static, that gets relaxed and then you sink into your heart space. So the more you can reset those energies consistently in a very concentrated, potent, focused form, the better. For the Knight of Pentacles in your hopes and fears, you get the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is, so at times your mind may wander into how is this going to work out in the physical plane. There could be feelings of when is the new person coming in. And the Knight and the Page here, they work more slowly, they work more strategically. So this is really about, there is a new practical beginning here with the Ace of Pentacles. I like that because I feel like maybe the person you dealt with in the past, or the energy you dealt with, was more aloof and non-committal, whereas the Ace of Pentacles shows like a solid, grounded in, foundational type of commitment. That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're hoping for. And these kinds of deeper foundational relationships and connections often take more time to form, more valuable time to really set in. Like, it's like setting concrete and stuff, so it needs to be smooth and it needs to have no cracks and all of those kinds of things. So I think a part of you, at times, you are a fire sign, you tend to move and you move quickly. You're afraid you don't have the patience for it, maybe. That's what you're fearful of, if you don't have the patience to let the foundation set. But you're also hoping that you do have the patience for that. Let's look at this potential outcome with the Two of Swords. What's that all about there? The Five of Wands and the Temperance card. There's that patience coming in. That's the Sagittarius energy. So Sagittarius is your fellow fire sign, but they're a more patient energy. They will shoot their shot, so to speak, when they know they can hit the target, right? When the target or the foundation is set and they are stable enough to shoot the arrow, they will. And this kind of you know, may pose a bit of a conflict for you, but that's why you're watching this reading. This is in the potential outcome, causing you confusion, causing you inner conflict, and there's this element of being able to trust yourself through these changes, through these different approaches, through this new stepping out that you're doing with your heart. Of course it's going to feel different. The heart, it is the heart soul essence is more in a timeless space, whereas the mind gets caught up in linear time. And so it's going to feel at times very conflicting to you. You're going to feel out of sorts, maybe, because this is a different energy. But if you can just call in that temperance, call in that patience, have these moments, keep doing this practice of the hermit, where you're really focused on, you know, opening up, receiving, and reflecting, and having that time, your inner reflection time, that is going to help you more and more through these energies in October. All right, Aries, let's get you a card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle to close off your reading today. Aries, you got reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly, and the Sacred Traveler wants you to know the voyage was long, and there were many adventures along the way, but as your trek reaches the destination, there's a feeling of joy and celebration. It's important to stop and rest and reflect. That came up in your reading, and congratulate yourself for who you are and for what you have done. The traveler forgives those who, on the voyage, were less than honorable or were unable to show up. Release any feelings of resentment, fear, and sadness that you may have gathered along the road. Remember, I talked about that little bruise on your heart? You've reached your goal. Let everything else go. You're a majestic being who can bring light into the hearts of others. Celebrate and honor yourself. You are so worth it. Aries, this beautiful message of reaching your destination encompasses also the journey and all of the adventures. So I think for you, as you're working on being patient, maybe treat patience as the adventure, because it's not something that you tend to naturally gravitate to unless you have some other more patient signs in your chart, right? And especially in matters of love, but knowing that the heart works on outside of linear time. The heart soul essence works outside of linear time, and there's more going on. This is a beautiful depiction. It's a castle in the clouds. It's wishes coming true for you, and it's your light shining brightly along the journey, right? And life is a continual journey. So even though we have this beautiful destination, we're consistently going to be learning and growing and evolving. So it's just another milestone on our journey. Aries, thank you so much for tuning into this reading today. I can't wait to see you next time.